Whee! How's everyone doing today?
Doing
Been a
good.
long week.
Been a long week?
Mhm.
I agree.
Yeah.
We had the Dorgar knocked out, and Tempest wanted to scalp him again. And we basically figured out again that there's gonna be a dragon that's gonna attack 10 towns, and I guess south of Dugan's Hole is the Sunblight Tower or whatever. So we're gonna head that way, and then Sky Tower, and then something else I can't remember the name of is towards the east in the spine of the world. But we went back to Kier Koenig, returned all the stuff. Narissa and Tempest kind of bonded over their gods. We got caught in a blizzard, and we had the polar bear or were polar bear guy help us, and we got to East Haven.
Mhm.
That's about it.
Yeah. So you are currently in East Haven. We'll say it's about midday at this point. You are here in search of Duergar, I believe.
Yep.
Yes.
How do you plan to do that?
Are we like by the docks? Kind of assume we've gone. Walk down there.
Let's do it. We'll go to the docks.
Most people you ask will give you the same sort of response. No, I've not seen any sort of Duergar around here. Not many dwarves even.
Well, we have that note that said he was where he was going to be and what he was going to be doing.
What did the note say again? I can't remember.
It said, you will find me on the frozen ferry in East Haven. From this new base, the search for Chardlin continues.
So maybe there's a ferry frozen in the lake.
In the lake.
Let's ask around. See if
I
anyone's
just
heard
look out
of it.
onto the lake and see if there is.
Yeah, there you go. There's a few boats. Ferries are a bit bigger. You do see a ferry off in the distance. The ferry service has since been halted since everything's frozen. You can't really ride it. But you do see East Haven's ferry, a keel boat, is trapped in the ice at the end of a wooden dock. And you see a small cabin situated toward the aft end of the hull. As you step onto the ferry, you will notice it is, quiet, save for the creaking wood and the wind passing by.
Yeah. Go on then. I'll kick down the door.
Kick down the door. So
Mhm.
as you kick down the door, the wood splintering, it comes to this giant crash as it hits the wall behind it. The first thing you notice as you enter the room are several sleeping bags, about 4, among which there does appear to be stockpiles of rations, and on the tiny desk in the room, you will notice a piece of paper currently rolled up, though there is currently nobody in the room.
Go over to the piece of paper. Can I read it?
So, as you go and you approach this piece of paper, I'm going to need everyone to roll initiative as you are suddenly attacked.
Perfect.
Duergar become invisible.
Yup. Among their corpses, not much. There are some rations that appear to have been probably stolen from East Haven. A few gold coins here or there. Not much, maybe a grand total of 3 or 4. But you will notice that among them was a journal written in Dwarvish. The journal doesn't state much other than talking about a statue, a whole figurehead made of chatelaine that they keep in the town hall, and how this is perfect for what they need. Doesn't go into any more details than that, unfortunately. But the other rolled up paper on the table, now covered in blood, thankfully it is still legible. It is a map of the 10 towns, though the part that stands out to you, it does point out where you could find Sunblight. Sunblight Fortress, excuse me.
Do we want to go have a look at this figurehead that they spoke of in the journal? They said it was in the town hall, right?
They did.
Might as well.
See, she knocks on the door. Speaker, you've got a few adventurers here who'd like to speak with you. So after about 30 to 45 seconds, a man steps out of the doors. I don't know if you've met this speaker. I don't believe you have you? So out comes a man. You see his face is sort of like pale gray. He has a like sort of red nose. His hair is kind of disheveled, and he's wearing a very heavy coat to deal with the winter. And in fact, I can show you a picture of him.
Looks very healthy.
Does not look like he's been on a bender all night.
Yes. What is it you would need? I'm a bit busy at the moment. But, let's make this a little quick if we could, please.
You have a figurehead made of chatelaine?
I do. And if you're here trying to sell me another one, I will have to respectfully decline.
Do we look like salespeople to you?
Well, the last adventurers didn't, and yet they gave me a whole figurehead made of chatelaine.
How long ago was this?
Maybe 6 months. Not long. They had dug it up from the lake, from a ship that had sunk there quite a time ago, and they brought this figurehead, and it does look fairly nice, hoping to make a good sale off of it. But I know better. Chatelaine is not something you'd want to. It's not something you want to be around too often, so I bought it off of them for as much as I could reasonably afford. They seemed unhappy for all the work they had to do for it. But regardless, I bought it off of them. And I keep it locked away so no one else can get their hands on it.
We'll take a look, if you don't mind.
Sure. He leads you into this room. You come to this open space, and you see low burning lanterns cast a gentle glow upon a tall black object in the center of this room. Although one could easily mistake it for a statue, this object is actually the figurehead of a ship and is carved in the likeness of a winged demon. The demon-shaped figurehead stands 8 feet tall. Shards of wood jut out of the demon's back at the point where the figurehead once attached to the hull of a ship. The rest of you see, lashed to the figurehead with rope is a scrawny woman who is dripping wet. Her long white hair hangs over her face, obscuring it.
Is that part of the decoration?
Is what part of the decoration?
The woman.
He looks at the statue. What woman?
Oh.
I'm gonna cast Detect Evil and Good because I feel uncomfortable.
Oh yeah, the Chardolin is big evil.
We all see the woman?
All of you do. He doesn't. He genuinely, he doesn't seem to be lying. He's genuinely confused. When you mention woman, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So, who took part in that
Okay.
seance when they first got here for that ghost?
Me.
This woman bears a striking resemblance to that
Ooh.
ghost.
Oh.
What?
Yeah, it's not too great.
That was. It's not too great.
It's not too bad. It's not too great.
Not
I
as
was
bad as what
kind
I
of
thought.
yeah. I was expecting it to be like almost hanging from like higher up from it.
Yeah.
So, how close do you
Oh,
get
no.
to it?
About
Hey.
10 feet.
I'm directly behind him.
I did say I would go up and poke her, and no one stopped me.
Okay,
so-
cool.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I'm not
But-
gonna stop you.
I did not hear you say that.
No one heard me say that earlier? I said I was going to poke her
No.
to see if she's real.
No.
Okay.
Oh.
So, yep, as you do that, as you get within 5 feet of it, I need everyone in the room who is within 60 feet, I need all of you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Not
So,
hear you.
the people that failed, which is Tempest and Mirren,
Oh no.
you were frightened for 1 minute, and Mirren, what did you fail by? You failed by more than 5.
No.
You age by 30 years.
No way.
Alright, Ghost finally gets a turn. Gulong, it sees you, it sees your holy symbols, and the ghost is not stupid.
Yep.
It's going to approach you, as you are now possessed.
Oh yeah.
We have to beat up Gulong?
Oh no.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you rage
Okay.
too! You got a nat 20!
Shit.
Damn. You say sorry and then hit Gulong harder than he's ever been hit in his life.
Alright.
I'm just like bonking him on the head.
Kathunk
Was that
he's unconscious.
lethal or non-lethal?
Non-lethal.
Okay, cool. And the ghost appears right there as he falls unconscious. Mirren, as it's forced out of the body, as it begins feeling itself escape. Mirren, you are now its new host.
You guys are fucked.
Yeah.
So let's see if Tempest can make this ghost leave.
Yeah.
She does. Mirren, you are no longer possessed.
You rolled you're already dead. Fuck off.
Was that wisdom save? Yeah, that kills her. But
Hey.
Fuck
my
off,
gosh.
kills her.
Fuck off, you're already dead. So it is good mead that we want to go, right?
It is, yes. And then we can diverge off, I suppose.
as you arrive in Goodmead, it is definitely one of the smaller towns that you've seen. It is mostly, for those of you who are from 10 towns or have been around the area, you know, Goodmead is mostly known for its mead hall here.
I'm gonna go up to the bar and go ask if anyone's like seen anybody who looks like me recently.
So, as you approach the bar, appears to be an older gentleman. Oh, yes, there was, looks somewhat like you, a bit slimmer. Am I correct in saying that? I don't know what she drank a bit. She seemed lost in a daze the entire time she was here. I don't know what about. She asked a few questions, talked to a few people, and I overheard not the whole conversation, but she came to the conclusion she needed to return to the Sea of Moving Ice.
Who did she talk to?
A couple of other strangers who came into town, I'd never seen them before. They were cloaked, it was hard to get a look on their faces. Haven't seen them since.
Did she look injured? The Genasi. The
Not
woman.
injured, but as if she were in a daze.
You've been helpful. Thank you.
Certainly. Now here's Dugan's Hole. It is a very, very small town. You will notice, there's not a whole lot here. There's not a lot to stop at. The only place really of note, again, is the 20 stones.
Yeah.
Does anyone else
Let's
think
continue going then.
if we are
Go
going
on.
to go on this adventure without a guide, maybe we tie ropes to each other? That way, wandering off is impossible.
It's not the worst idea you've ever had.
What is the worst idea?
But it takes a while to travel through the wilderness as you travel south from Dugan's Hole through the mountains. It takes you, as about night begins to fall, you find yourselves at around here in this impasse, in this sort of valley between the mountains of the spine of the world. And as night falls and you're in the wilderness, it gets ungodly cold. So, unfortunately, as you guys are camping out for the night, you do not, and I rolled for all of this. I was as fair as I could be.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yetis!
No.
And unable to notice them through the snowstorm descending down from the mountains around you, they all jump on you. You and Orza, completely caught unaware, are going to be hit by a surprise round by 4 of them.
Ooh.
Alright, so first up, this Yeti. Surprise round, they're gonna go for Mirin. You're the one they see. You are going to take 3d6 cold damage, and you are paralyzed for 1 minute. Oh no. Tempest. Firebolt it. Orza.
More fire.
Nerissa.
I'm just gonna run up and hit him.
And yep, that'll break his knees, and then as you do that, as he gets to the ground, you take your quarterstaff, and you pop right in his head, and he goes down.
We all got blankets.
Yeti blankets sound pretty nice.
It takes you most of the day to get there. And you see beyond the snowy foothills, low-lying clouds obscure the icy peaks of the gargantuan mountains that form the spine of the world. Eventually, you get above the clouds and behold a sheer mountain wall rising more than 100 feet before you. Carved high on the wall are rows of arrow slits with lights burning behind them and clanking sounds issuing from them. A narrow staircase hewn from the rock leads up along one side of the wall. Suddenly, great doors of ice previously hidden under snow stand open more than 300 feet above you, and from them flies a huge dragon made of dark ice. Its eyes glow with a bright golden light as it lets out a terrible roar, hurls itself into the air, and glides away from the fortress, then turns and heads north towards 10 towns.
Well, shit.
How do we warn them?
You can't.
I tried. They thought I was crazy.
Who's crazy now, bitch?
Great.
Oh no.
This is gonna sound insane, but how far away is that dragon?
Oh, it's flying a lot faster than you can run. What was your plan?
Maybe shoot it with an arrow, see what happens.
I've got 120 feet. Let's just go for it, you know? Kill a dragon.
Well, you'll figure that out next time, maybe.